In general, questions will be always cluttered because you see question coming to the mind from nowhere else. The mind has assumption, and then if the assumption doesn't sit nice, it's turned to be a question because I need to confirm, am I in the right place with my assumption? Not that there is anything wrong with questions, but it's very clear that every answer of any question will turn to be to another question. And often, when we are going in this loop, we have an illusion that we're evolving, but in one point you will have to break this loop and get out of the mind, beyond the mind. Because you see, the tree, or if you look at a flower, it happens a lot to me in the flowers. You know, sometimes in my garden there is this flower there. So I can say, wow, it's a nice flower, it's interesting where it came from, and I wonder if I gave enough water, blah, blah, blah. But then I have this moment that it's just capturing me. It's like, I don't care what's the name of this flower. I don't care where it came from. I don't care what my name is right now. It is this, and very short, unfortunately. There is this moment of it is what it is. And then if I will tell it to somebody, so she will say, how come it was in your garden? This is tropical. How did it get here? Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. It was there. So, really, when we ask questions, what we want to do is to satisfy the assumptions that the mind keep developing constantly. But if you will move away from the question, all will be left is the experience. Because even when I answer you right now, do you really understand what I'm talking about? Do I really understand what I'm talking about? How I will know what you're hearing from me right now? How I will know what you are doing with these words and how you create interpretation to yourself? I will never know. You know, you may come here and I'm talking all this high spirituality, and then by accident when I took the cup, I hit my tooth. Ah! And that's what made her realize. Not my talking, not my philosophy, nothing. I just hit my tooth and she's looking and boom, she got it. She just got how everything is perfect as it is. And then she realized, and I'm thinking, I'm an amazing teacher. I'm giving amazing discourses. Look at her. She came to my satsang and she got realized, and it's all because I hit myself stupidly, or not stupidly, because it's perfect as it is, with this cup. You don't know how things going in terms of dynamic. You can come to one place to take one thing and you got it totally in another way, or in another form, or from another thing. And this is the problem sometimes with question, is that we are actually already, you know, when I ask question, I already taking all possibilities and squeeze them into this assumption. That's what I'm dealing now. That's my question. Do you have an answer for me? When the answer is there, and I don't see it because I am so much in this question. You understand? This is why in the old time you couldn't ask anything until you practiced for 5 years, mainly silence. What's to ask? I come to the teacher, I said, tell me what's realization. What's realization is all about? What he would tell me, go and make and do the garden. Work in the garden. No, but I want to know what's realization. Garden. So then you work and like, what a teacher. I cross oceans and mountains to come and ask this man what realization, and now I'm doing all this work in the garden. And then one day you have a moment that I cannot even describe. Something in the work, in the soil, in the smell maybe. The smell hit you because it's wet a bit. And you just get it. Now the question was important because the question brought me all the way to him. And my stupid question sent me to the garden to work. Because he saw like, she was so far, just go and do work. You understand? So the question is very important, but not always as a function, as a question. I got it totally from another place. I got it because it hit me in the garden. Or you can do dishes, go and do the dishes. For 7 days, all you do is dishes. And suddenly, you do dishes, but when you do dishes, you know how much thoughts you have? You go with the soap, with the water, with everything. And then there is a moment, you just notice the flow of water on the plate and the bubble that the soap's creating. There's no thought there. It just... And you come out from the dining room and you're like... And the teacher, okay, done. Next! To the kitchen. So, of course, questions are very, very important, but they always in a level of noise. Because they holding assumption. The moment I already ask, I put all my thoughts into this direction at least. And the thing is, if you want to experience, you have to allow all possibilities to be here. And it's only when I don't ask and when I don't assume and I don't have hope and I have nothing. This is the only time when all possibilities are possibly will unfold themselves. So any form of practice can be dangerous. This is why you have to tell people, practice yoga, don't hold on it. Practice Tai Chi, don't get addicted to it. Because it's a form. All forms are limited. If you practice yoga and you think realization will come only from yoga, you miss maybe realization that could happen on the toilet. Plop. I got it. Oh my God, it's big. No, it's not big, it's brown and it's floating right now. But you understand? Even yogis can fall into this trap. Down dog, shoulder stand. It's going to happen there. Kapalabhati, 5,000 Kapalabhati and I'll get it. It's a form. You do all this form to destroy your form. But that's, you understand? It's like the same. Only crystal can cut crystal. You can't cut crystal with knife. Only crystal will cut, only diamond will cut diamond. Only when you practice form, it will destroy all the forms, as long as you don't get identified with the form. But if I do meditation and I sit and I'm like, I am so spiritual. Oh my God, people don't understand. Oh, that's so cool. I am totally now into the form. This form needs to erase all forms. You don't sit there and admire yourself in meditation and feel I'm very spiritual. And then judge the others that you don't meditate. You don't meditate at all? I thought you are much more spiritual. Here I stuck myself again into the form.